Asenibingelele babukeli namhlanje na ehlelweni Young Climber. Namhlanje na ehlelweni sithe njengaloku siyabona ukuthi bantu sebabuyele etikolweni sekunjeyana sekutasuka lona lithuli kubonakalise ukuthi nembala sesiya khona ekufunzeni lokukhomba ukuthi sesiyachubekela embili. Sibukile ukuthi amantombazana amaningi isikhathi lesiningi akayingeneli lenzaba yabo engineering. Bese siyatibuta ukuthi ngabe kwentiwa yini sambile ke safuna umuntu mhlambe longasida ukuthi bosisi ngabe bentiwa yini ukuthi bangangeni noma singabakhuthatha njani. Sitholeke intombi lana Bongekile Matsenjwa lo waqala iorganization le union ehamba ikhuthatha amantombazana sakangene ka engineering naye ungilomnye engineer babatholela mentor bazamene kubatholela imisebenzi nebaqushisa nje ukuthi hayi mase ufuna umsebenzi sisi ubese wenda kanje wenda kanjena. Siyakholwa ukuthi mbukelo utawujabula usalalele yona indzaba yaBongekile Matsenjwa asasida ukuthi bosisi bangenda njani ukuthi nabo bangene kule ndzawo yaka engineering nabo batawusita bafukule umnotho njengabo engineer believe. Hlaka nasi ke mbukeli sakhulumisana naye Bongekile Matsenjwa. Bongekile umuntu akabonga ukuthi mhlambe ubekanye nathi ehlelweni ihlele Young Climber. Mhlambe nje ungasithi brief kancane ukuthi organization lenisebenza ngayo kusita ma women engineers niqala njani nihlushwe yini niyendani vele?
Firstly, I'd like to say thank you so much for inviting me to be part of the program. So maybe let me start off why I even decided to join even the world of engineering. So for a very long time, when I was still in high school, I didn't know what career to pursue. But what I knew was that I wanted to study a career related to science, and sciences and maths, because those were the subjects that I was passionate about. So it was only when I was doing my Form 3 where one of the students from University of Pretoria came to our school. He was a chemical engineering student at the time. So when he came to our school, he was the one who actually introduced us to chemical engineering. I had never known about chemical engineering before then. And so he got me interested in chemical engineering, and I did my research. And through him, he even helped me with the application process. And that's how I even got to study chemical engineering at university level. But from then, I realized that, well, after graduating, I realized that there's very few female engineers, not just in Eswatini. I think in the whole world, there's less than 30% females within the engineering space. And so when I got into my workplace, I found the work environment to be quite lonely because there were more males than females. And that got me worried. And so luckily I got connected with one of another female engineer in the country who's an electrical engineer. And we formed a network, and we decided to start off Women in Engineering in Eswatini. Because we wanted to have more females joining us, because we believe that women are also capable. They can do a lot. I think there's a quote that says that the greatest potential lies within women, and it's important for any country or nation to develop and harness that potential for the development of the entire country or nation. And as we were supporting each other as women, we realized that for us to have more women joining us, we need to start off with a girl child. So hence why one of our programs is called Girl Eng, which is basically a program that introduces the girl child to the world of engineering. Through this program, we have reached over 1,000 high school learners in the country since 2017.
Okay.
And what we basically do those high school outreaches is we go to the different schools. We bring in the professional women engineers who are already working, and they share their story on how they got to become engineers, hoping to inspire and motivate the girls to take on the world of engineering. But also we realize that from our own personal experiences that studying engineering within university is very difficult. So you need all the support that you can get. And hence why we have a program for the university learners who are currently pursuing engineering at university. What we do with them is we try to mentor and coach them, because we believe that we can do a lot if we are united as women. So we discuss different topics that might help to prepare them for the workplace. Just beginning of this year in February, at the end of February, we hosted a leadership, innovation, and entrepreneurship training, where we hosted over 40 actually, university learners who are within the world of STEM, that's science, technology, and engineering, and maths. And we discussed topics about how to prepare for the workplace, how to write a CV, how to tackle an interview. And we also linked with mentors so that they can continue to get more support to help them even after they've graduated at university level. So Women in Engineering has helped to impact over 30 professional female engineers even in the country as well, because we've brought together all these women to come together and empower each other, because we believe we're stronger together. And through those networks, we've even identified some of the challenges that we personally face within the workspace. And some of these challenges might even hinder the next generation of engineers to take on engineering. So as we come together, we come up with ideas on how we can address these challenges. And so Women in Engineering has been around since 2017, and we are available on all social media platforms. And another one of the things that we're trying to address now is also the issue of unemployment. And how we do this is we try to reach out to the engineering organizations to motivate them to take on more females, just to balance the gender gap within the engineering space.
Mbukeli uyayichasisa ke lana la Matsenjwa ukuthi banaloluhla lokusita kakhulu bantu abasha botsatse labafuna ngenela le engineering. Uyayichasisa ke njengalo wayichasa ngabe la nikhanza ukuthi yini letinkinga the barriers to women venturing into engineering, apart from the fact that maybe there are very few, but what are the barriers? Have we gone to an extent of trying to analyze and know exactly why they are not going into engineering? Is it because of maths? Is it because of fear? Is it because we go to class siganye, boys and girls, and then girls go to nursing, boys go to engineering? Why?
So we've done our research, especially in Eswatini. So one of the barriers that I'll particularly talk about is, well, there's a lot of stereotypes surrounding the girl child specifically. And another wrong mentality is the engineering world is believed to be a man's world, where it's not fit for the woman, the weak woman. That's what they say. But that is definitely not true. You agree with me. If you take a look at the results the Form 3, Form 5, Standard 5 results, you find that there's a lot of girls who are top of their classes. They do extremely well in science and maths. But because, like you mentioned earlier, there's a fear that engineering is probably not for me, because it seems like it's a career for the boys. And so, through Women in Engineering, by bringing together all those women engineers to share their stories with these girls, we are trying to change that mindset to say that engineering is not a men's world. We are in this engineering space. We are females. We have a lot of females who are successful within this engineering space. And therefore, they too can also become successful within the engineering space. And I definitely believe that girls have the potential and the capability of becoming anything that they want to be.
True.
And there's nothing that can stop them as long as they're willing to put in the work into it. And like we did as well. We didn't get into engineering so easily. We also had to put in the work. I remember when I was in a university, there were a lot of sleepless nights because I was studying late at night. But because I had the dream and the vision that I wanted to become an engineer, even during those difficult times, I got inspired and motivated to push on and continue to get my degree. So I definitely believe that girls can also do it.
Njengokufa uyayibeka ukuthi namantombazana noma bosisi noma bomake banawo lo msipha wengqondo lokumelelana nebulukhuni. Makabo masibeke ekhefini sitambuda lana Bongekile kokuthi manje labo sisi labangena ka engineering bona abantu labakabhekani nebulukhuni bathola wonke kusesosipanini bathola amaqanza nabo rice konke kube mnanzi kube njeyana asichazisele ukuthi bakhona inibulukhuni bona lababhekana nabo bangakangeni la ka engineering noma vele labangena la ka engineering ngilabo bona labaphila leto timilo lekubonakala ukuthi vele bafanele bona kuba bonjiniyela takuchazisa konke ke Bongekile masibe ekhefini kwanyalo hlala nathi mbukele sathi shelele ekhefini. Asiphinde sikomokele mbukeli ehlelo yamklamba namhlanje niyakhumbula ukuthi ngihleli naye Bongekile Matsenjwa. Bongekile ke ukukhulumelana ukuthi bane program yekukhuthaza amantombazana kusangene in the field of engineering. Wachasisa ke ukuthi nawo banawo umsipha wengqondo lokwenda ukuthi na nje wabhekisa nokuthi mawubuka ama results abo standard 5 abo form 5 ukhanza bosisi bahambe embili ku top 10 bona baze bayi 8 noma ku top 10 bona baze bayi 7 ukhanza ukuthi a greater proportion of the top 10 mantombazana. But kumangalise ukuthi mase kuthiwa buwabo engineering tifundvo tabo science nabo maths so khanza sekudominator emajaha wakukhuluma ukuthi bona bakhonela lokuthi bazame lokuthi bosisi babakhuthaze ukuthi abangene nabo bangesabi kuyaphileka nabo bona bayaphila. La Bongekile umuntu noma mhlawumbe umfundzi loka kubo form udijat laba bendabo engineering vele bona vele ngilokuthi bona uyamuva nje naye ukhuluma singisi nje nyalo vele ngilokuthi bekuphilwa kamnanzi lemakhaya. Ngabe bukhona inibulukhuni ekukhuleni kwakho lokwabhekana nabo lokukwenda ukuthi nawe umuntu lo lapha ekhaya abone ukuthi awuyathi mhlawumbe uyafana nami nami?
So one thing I should say is I am from Eswatini. I was born and bred. I'm a Brema girl.
Okay.
So I did my my high school at St. Michael's, and I've always been passionate about science. I was always doing my sciences from Form 1 to Form 5. So just one particular thing to note is, so I was lucky enough that I was always on top of my classes.
Okay.
I'm not from a rich family. So one thing that always pushed me was firstly support from my family, and the fact that I had discovered that, you know what, I'm actually capable of dreaming big and achieving any dream that I have in my heart. And when I was in Form 3, I always had support from my teachers as well. I think that's also one key thing that we need to know is it's important that as students you should have support from the teachers, your teachers. So I had good support from my teachers, and my father also used to encourage me as well to do very well. And I remember when I was doing my Form 5, he gave me a challenge. My father gave me a challenge to say that, well, if you pass well, I'm going to give you something big, a gift. So, you know, like any other child, I was excited because I wanted to receive this gift from my father. And so I definitely put in a lot of hard work. And so unfortunately though, in August, he passed away that year. And it was very hard for me because he was a person who played a very big role in my academics to ensure that I was always doing well in my schoolwork. And of course, he had promised to give me something. So, but it was very difficult, and luckily my family continued to support me during that time. And one key thing that kept me going was knowing that he wanted me to excel. He wanted me to be the best I can be. And I'd already communicated to him my dream of wanting to be an engineer.
Okay.
And before he even passed away, he had even helped me with applying, sending my application at university level. And I told him that I didn't want to do my matric. And at St. Michael's, the curriculum at that time was IGCSE. I wanted to go to the University of Pretoria. And for you to gain entrance at the University of Pretoria, you need to have at least matric. They don't accept IGCSE. So when I told him all that, I got an idea from my teachers to say that actually you don't really need to go do matric. We believe that you can write a few subjects under HIGCSE.
Oh, okay.
So that when you combine your HIGCSE with your IGCSE, they will accept you at the University of Pretoria.
Oh, okay.
So I communicated that with my dad because he was the one supporting me. And he paid for my exams. So before he died, he did all that.
Okay.
And so after he died, I felt that I couldn't stop, you know, because he had already invested in a lot. I felt that I owed him that much. And besides, I knew he wanted me to be the best and to attain my dreams. And so, although it was hard to heal from that loss, I had to focus on my exams. And writing 2 exams at once was not easy, but it's not impossible. And that's what I did. I managed to write 4 subjects under HIGCSE, and they were all science. So it was chemistry, biology, physics, and English, and maths as well, actually 5. And I used only those 5 subjects to gain admission at the University of Pretoria.
Oh, okay.
And that's how I got to study chemical engineering at the University of Pretoria. So one key thing that I should mention to any young person out there is that all you need to do is have a dream, identify your the goals that you want to accomplish, identify the people who will get you to that goal. If you can't find them, look for them. Do your research, because one key thing that most people suffer from is ignorance. We don't know of the available opportunities out there. So it's important to do research, network with people. If you see people who are successful or who are already at the level which you want to attain, connect with those people. Ask them to mentor you if you feel like they can mentor you, so that you can get to your dream. So I really would like to encourage more young people to get mentors, get role models that they look up to and get connected with them. It really helps a lot.
Lomnye tatbuta Bongekile khuluma ngababe make kanyena akasupport akakulekeleli uyakubukelela nje yena.
Make be a supporter kakhulu. It's just that because I was a female, I was more closer to my dad. And it was only later onwards where my mother also passed away, but she was also very supportive of my university studies as well.
Bengifuna lokuthi size sifike la kutheni nangibongekile uyoqala enyuvesi babakhe ushonile indombatana nangimake kumbe naye uyashona ngathi washona nini before after university. How do you manage lokuthi nje things are tough but I've got to keep going? Abanye bosisi bathi bona ngase sengiyatala ngenxa ethi kwase wena wenda ngani lokuthi ungalanzi inqabekelana ungalanzi izathu mina ngihlupheka ngoba wena uthi yize simo sinje yet still mina ngiphokophelele epushing them.
So one thing that helped me was knowing that, identifying the gifts that I had and knowing where I wanted to go. Because you can have a gift, you can have a dream, but it will always remain a dream unless you make a commitment to say that despite all odds, I'll get to my dream. I understand that a lot of people probably might not come from good backgrounds. I also didn't come from a good background. My family was not rich. We were just average, if I can put it like that. But because I knew that I didn't want my life to remain this way, I wanted better for myself. And that's what pushed me to continue, even though there were challenges. There were many challenges, trust me. Losing my father was just one of them. When I got to a university level, there were times where my family couldn't even support me financially. But I just had to continue. There were times where I even cried and I felt like giving up. But I had to remember why I was doing this. I had to remember, I had to envision the future that I wanted to get to. And this is something that I really want to encourage young people, that definitely it will be hard. There will be challenges along the way, but do not give up. Because you've gotten this far and you can still continue. You can still grow and be the best that you can be. And also something else that helped me was my faith and my support from my family as well. So I also want to motivate parents, guardians, to actually help young people. If you can identify whatever gifts that they have, and if they even communicate any dream to you, help them to get to that point where they want to get to, because these are the future generations. These are the people who are going to be our future members of parliament, ministers, doctors. And it will be very encouraging to know that, you know what, I actually played a part to help this young person to become the doctor that they are today.
Bongekile sikhathi masilaka yangiklamba sibese nje sesiyanyamalala angathi kuthi amagama akho egcina longawasho kumbukeli namhlambe lo ndvombatanyana lekubukako namhlanje nathi nami ngiyafisa kufana nangiyasisi nange ungathini?
I would like to say that as women, as girls, even boys, you can do anything that you want to. Your future is all in your hands. You are the one who is holding that pen that's writing your life. So make sure that the decisions that you take now will get you to the future that you want to get to. You know. So also identify the gifts that you have, and do not let anyone or anything stop you from becoming the person that you want to be. Thank you.
Do not let anyone or anything stop you from becoming the person that you want to be. Bongekile, sibonga kakhulu ngokuthi sibe kanye nawe ehlelweni namhlanje.
Thank you so much, and I'd also like to thank my employer, Mondelez International, and all the viewers at home. Thank you.
Sotivele ke mbukeli kokuthi kude indvo lekumele kokuthi ikuvimbe kokuthi ube nginako lofuna kuba ngiko. Sesikuvile lokhu sikuva ngaye Bongekile lothi wahamba walahlekelwa ngibaba wakhe empilweni, walahlekelwa nangima kwakhe, but lokho akumvimbanga kokuthi angabi ngunjiniyela. Noma ngabe basekhaya kibo bebangasakhona kumsita kahle etimalini asesikolweni, kuneminyaka nemalanga edinyembeti lapho khona abona ngazuthi liphupho lakhe liyashabalala, waqhubeka ngemandla, waqhubekela wabhekela empili. Siyathemba ukuthi nawe mbukeli utawuqhubeka bheke embili yize simo singavumelani nawe. Iyanclimber ke mbukeli utawukhumbula ukuthi ikhona kuwo onke ama social media platforms kanye nalapho kuhlangana abantu labasha khona ikakhulu mase kude ligciwane esitawuvela sikube khonyela ukuthi sikukhuthathe ukuthi nawe chubeka uyembile. Akube kuhle kubukela inhlelo elandzelako. Inkosi ikubusise. Bye bye.